Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire Challenge on Ohio Richlands. You may have noticed right in front of us we've got a new silo. This silo will allow us to buy different products that we need on the farm so we don't have to go back and forth from the shop carrying stuff. I did a test on that trailer over there and unfortunately it does not have any straps on it, so we would have to buy another trailer just to be able to carry stuff. We would also, since we don't have any kind of front loader bought for this tractor or the other one, we would have to take the skid steer down there. It's a lot of work. So we spent the extra money and just ended up spending it on a silo that allows us to fill up pretty much anything that we specifically need. So we can get herbicide, we can get fertilizer, we can also get seeds and among other products that we might need here at this fill station. So it'll save us a ton of time. Now, we've got a lot of things to accomplish today. Namely, we have to herbicide this field here. It's in pretty bad shape. It also needs to be fertilized. The yield bonus is not good right now, but we will fix that. We want it to be better. We also need to get a crop in the other part of the field that we split off. So that was one big field. We ended up splitting that off. We need to get a crop in that field. So, because of that reason, we're going to throw a worker on doing all of the crop on that field. Now, what are we going to put in there? I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided that yet. Probably... we will probably do... I think I'm going to do canola in there. I think we have soybeans in our current field that we just did last time, so I think I'm going to do canola. This one might be a little difficult. Oh, at least it just drives right through it, I guess. Excuse me, gang. I have a bit of a cold going on here. I'm turning on all the beacons right now. It's like a sinus infection cold-like thing. Let me open this for some reason. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Couldn't get the cover to turn on for whatever reason, but we got it now. So we're going to take this tractor down here to the end. We'll put it on our worker and get the worker going here. This field obviously is infested with weeds now, so we're going to have to take care of this field as well. This second field we're working on creating here. I'm going to drive into the neighbor's crop here for a minute. Don't think they're going to mind. I don't think it's even a field we can buy, so I don't think they're going to mind. But we'll put some canola in here. I'm happy with that. Try to get this online. It's all over the place. But as I was saying, I'm a little under the weather today. It's nothing major. It's just a sinus cold kind of infection thing going on. So you will have to bear with me. There may be a few times where I have to cough or may not be talking as much as I normally do, and I apologize for that ahead of time, but I will do the best I can given the circumstances. So let's unfold. This shouldn't take very long because this is a massive sprayer. It really is. I think more of it's going to be us having to refill it than anything. And I know realistically you probably shouldn't be putting herbicide and liquid fertilizer down at the same time, but we're going to do it anyway. Just until we get caught up a little bit, at least. Excuse me, gang. There you go. Hopefully I'm not blowing your eardrums out. I apologize if I am, truly. Not on purpose. But I got to get some videos done for you guys, so I can keep on my little schedule I've got going on. So, up until this point, we've been doing them one time. We've been doing them once a week. That will probably continue for a while, at least until we have completed our 200 horsepower challenge. When that's done, we may bump this up to 2 times a week. We'll see. But for now, and for the foreseeable future, this will be 1 time a week. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it fits well on Sundays. I like it on Sundays. We're going to have to come back and either grass part of that up or re-drill it. I don't know. Probably re-drill it because It's a bit of a mess there. Needs to be fixed. I probably should have went around the headland with it too, just to help the worker out. But once we're done spraying this, I can take it over and do the headland quickly and touch that little area up right there as well. One thing we don't have yet, but we will get soon. I don't think it probably won't be this episode. Maybe it will, but probably won't be this episode. We need to roller our crop or our harvest that's in the silos. I don't want to sell them until at least next month. I think next month is the best time for our canola, I think. And then I believe the oat or wheat, whatever it was, I can't remember now, was best in January or February, I think. Actually, I can figure that out really quick. It's been it's been over a week since it was oat. That's what I thought it was. It's been about a week or so since I've done a video on this. I did a couple of them back to back, and then I came down with this sickness and this cold, so I hadn't been doing anything for a while, and it's just caught up to me. Time's caught up to me, so I got to get some things done. So hopefully you guys will bear with me. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully I don't sound too nasally. Maybe I sound better. Probably not. I can't imagine me sounding better right now. I sound like crap, but in any case, hopefully you don't hold it against me. Is what I'm trying to get at. So we'll go ahead and get this done. I probably put a time-lapse in, a little bit longer of a time-lapse than I normally do. I know the first episode I did a really long time-lapse. This will probably be a long time-lapse too. Maybe. I guess it depends. But I want to get this whole field sprayed with herbicide, and then I will probably follow the tractor over there and spray that with herbicide, but I will go around the headland quickly, at least the one side, so it can actually, go the whole way and turn around without having to prevent itself from doing so because of the trees. But after that, put it back on the worker. But we'll get all of this done. We're probably going to fill up a couple of times doing all this, and then once we're done with this field and that field, we will then put down the fertilizer on top of the herbicide. And I understand it's not the way you're supposed to do it, but that's how we're going to do it. The game lets me do it. That's how we're going to do it. So anyway, we'll jump into the time-lapse now. Thanks for bearing with me. I'll be back with you guys when it's over. All right, we got that finished, gang. I think we're going to catch up to the worker pretty quickly here, so I went ahead and turned off the time-lapse for a brief period. We'll go ahead and get this done as much as we can until we catch up to the worker, and when we do, we'll probably, well, at least maybe it's just whenever we run out of herbicide, we'll flip over to liquid fertilizer and start fertilizing this field here, and then allow the worker to finish his job here. So other than that, today's episode, we could drill that field over there. I don't think we're going to today. I'm going to split that up and leave that for another episode, because I don't have a whole lot else to do today besides these items here. We do have some money here to spend, but I really don't want to spend it. I want to wait until the next month, get a good income, and then we can do my next objective for this series. That field over there shouldn't take that long to drill either, so hopefully when the time comes and we get to that point, we'll have enough money that we can start doing my next objectives for the series itself. So, because we're going to have a little bit of time waiting before these fields are going to be ready, so we got to kind of prepare for that a little bit. We can skip time a little bit as far as the episodes go, but I don't really love doing that, but we can if we have to. If we got nothing else to do, we can go ahead and you know, after this episode, if, for example, just as an example, after this episode, if we didn't have anything to do for 2 or 3 months and we need to wait for the crop to be ready, we can just go ahead and skip those months. It's not a challenge like the 200 horsepower challenge or anything like that, where you have to do, you know, 1 month is one episode, and then you can't like jump forward episodes, nothing like that. So, well, thank you. Just ran right into me. There you go. Have at it. Good Lord. There was like no hit detection there or nothing. Anyway, kind of hard to see where I've been. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm having a hard time seeing where I've been here. Might want to just wait to do this until the crop is germinated, actually. It's really hard to see where I've been here. I have no clue. I'm assuming this is pretty close, so we're going to go with it. So this is by no means going to be perfect, just because I'm having a hard time seeing the different colors there to where I've been. So we're just going to kind of go around here until we run out of herbicide. And when we do that, when we run out of herbicide, we will put in the liquid fertilizer and then fertilize that field. From there, we'll probably put a time-lapse in for fertilizing that field. I'm messed up on drugs today, gang. I'm sorry, from the sickness. So my words are kind of mixing together a little bit. I apologize. Any case, we're just going to go around a little bit with it until we run out. I kind of know where I've been for the most part, so as long as I stay relatively close to that line, we'll be good. When the crop germinates in the next month, we'll easily be able to see where we missed. Weeds will pop up, so we can always touch it up and fix it at that point. And obviously, half the field, probably more than half the field, is not going to have any herbicide on it at all. So we'll have to, you know, touch that up at that point too. But wish it was just easier to see. Like, even if I'm up like this high, I really can't see where I've been. Got stuck on that tree. But I think we're getting close enough that we'll get most of it, and it shouldn't be too much to touch up, at least on the area that's already been drilled. So we're going to get some animals at some point. That's some of my ideas. Once we get all of the crops drilled here and all taken care of, we'll start working in some animals. I'll probably start with chickens. Chickens are really easy to take care of. It doesn't require a whole lot for them. I think they can eat oats. They might not be able to. It's been a bit since I've done chickens. I think they can take oats. If not, it must just be wheat and barley. But I think they take oats, or at least I think they can eat oats. So if they can do that, we'll utilize some of that we have in our silo for them. We'll also probably get a massive amount of bees, like a plethora of bees. Haven't used that word in a long time. I don't think anybody has. Plethora of bees. We'll probably get those as well. Bees are very easy, and you can pretty much place them anywhere. The closer you place them to the crop, you'll get a little bit of a bonus if canola's in the field, but otherwise, they're just there to produce honey for you. Excuse me, gang. I truly apologize. I promise the next episode will not be like this one. Yeah, I won't be coughing. I won't be, hopefully, sick in the next one. You never know, I guess, but hopefully I won't be. So we're almost done with the herbicide here. Well, almost out of the herbicide, I should say. Not really done, probably, but almost out of the herbicide. We'll flip over to the other field with liquid fertilizer here in a minute. And I guess next month we'll be able to see how we did on this field. I think we're going to miss a good portion here in the middle, but... Whoa! Thing was going flying. I had no control. Couldn't brake. Alright, we can start doing some fertilization now. This sprayer is fantastic, man. It really doesn't take us long at all to get this done. I love it. Ideally, we'd have one with some wheels behind us that we can pull, but this is a great alternative. So much easier to see where you've been, too. Look at that. You can easily tell. So we'll go around the headland with this, as we always do with everything, and we'll cut up the middle and complete this. So we'll throw in a time-lapse here. Hopefully by the time we're done with this, the worker will be close to being done if he's not already done, and we could probably throw some fertilizer down on that field as well. Yeah, you can easily tell where the fertilization is. I don't know why you can't tell on the herbicide as well, but you can definitely tell with the fertilization. So we'll get this done. We'll see where we're at, and then we'll go from there. Alright, gang, that's pretty much the field's done there. This one's completely done. This one's nearly done. I threw it on a worker for right now. He should be able to finish that, no problem at all, or she, whoever it is. I had one other idea I wanted to potentially put down before we end the day. Ooh, there's some good things out here. This Globetrotter looks pretty daggone good. We don't have any money to afford it right now. We could certainly sell stuff in here, but I mentioned that I don't want to do that currently. But, I mean, that's an option, I guess, is what I should say. So the thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and look at our productions here. So we've got, hold on a second, quick save. We got canola and we had oats. Ideally, I'd like to find some kind of production that we can utilize here to place down and put some of that in, because I think that's going to make us more money in the long run. Now, we may not put all of it in there, but at least some of it. Let's just take a quick peek through here. Little side scroll here and see what, there's a grain mill we can get. That's too much money. Most of this stuff is probably going to be too much money, but I wanted to at least peek at it. Fish farming would be fun. I've never done any fish farming. I don't even know how to begin doing any kind of fish farming, but that would be a fun one. Looks like everything in here is going to be too expensive, unfortunately. I was hoping we'd be able to find something, you know, around 15,000, something like that, that we could place down, that we could start to utilize as a production, but I'm not seeing that. Nope. Grain mills are still too expensive, too. I was going to say potentially put down a grain mill. I mean, these would be cool, just a little windmill on the farm, but I don't think that's going to work either, unfortunately. Boom. Okay, here we go. Here's some small little house-like roadside selling points, like a little farm shop kind of thing. That all looks like it's wheat, though. I don't see anything for oat, wheat, and barley. There's oat. Oat milk probably is what you're gonna make from that. Uh-oh, tank's empty. Hold on. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's fill this up for the worker. Get him going again. I just didn't want to continue doing a time-lapse of that. I mean, it's just been the same thing for the most part this episode. I wanted to change it up a little bit. Just let the worker finish that. Probably the next episode when we drill that backfield, we'll probably do the drilling on that one and have a worker do some of the spraying. We may take over towards the end, but we'll see. But having that here, super nice. We need to do a little bit more, I think, work as far as land flattening there, but we can do that off camera. That's not something that has to be done now. Having that there is super nice. I don't have to drive all the way to the shop with the equipment or with some kind of a trailer just to fill up my equipment. I can literally just drive right there and boom. They're ready to go. I don't know if that is fertilization or if that's herbicide. I have no idea. Let's just try to hit it real quick if we can to see what happens. I really don't want to waste any amount if at all possible. So yeah, this episode probably be a little bit shorter than the last ones. I kind of mentioned that before, that I wanted to keep them somewhat shorter. I don't know. Maybe it's just the design on there. Maybe there was something already there. It didn't really need any fertilization. Well, they screwed this up, didn't they? Let's do another pass down this way so they can not mess that up anymore. Good lord. You would think that they'd be able to go the way, but I guess it's just that the arm bar is too long, and excuse me, they have to stop there because they're going to hit the tree otherwise. But you would think that the AI, the computer, would be smart enough to know. Maybe just close it up, or maybe take a different turn. Maybe do some forward and backwards. You know? I guess not. Because that's too much for them to ask, or too much to ask of them. I think this portion up here, though, I think it was just a miss. I'm going to try to hit it really quick. Oops, sorry, guys. I just hit the microphone arm boom. Apologies. Yeah, that was just a miss. I don't know if that was on my part or the computer's part. Either way, that was just a miss. All right, let's get him set back up here. Get him going again. Let's try and take that corner at a wide angle just to make sure I get this lined up as best as I can, because it's not going to be perfect. Oh, it's sliding all over the place. Probably need a front weight, honestly. This thing is heavy. It works without one, but we probably need one. There we go. That's perfect. Alright. So, before we were rudely interrupted, productions, we were down here looking at these little houses here. The oat milk, I'm sure, is what this is going to be. Now, I don't even know if this is the smartest play here or not, but I was thinking of maybe some idea for the future here is kind of to make, you know, a little entryway here, a tiny little car park here, and have a few of these kind of scattered here, and almost make it like a little farmer's market, but for my own, like a little farm shop that I own, right? Everything comes from my farm, and I could sell it to anybody that came up. That was my idea. I really don't know if it's going to work or not, but that's my idea. I just wanted to see, you know, what our options were. We do have the ability to put oat in there. Oat, soybeans, strawberries for those. There's sorghum, soybeans, wheat, roots, potatoes, and turnips, or whatever those are. Beets, whatever those are. Yeah, so there's pretty much one. Well, that's different. That's something different. That's not the same thing. But there's a lot of them, at least on these small little productions here. I mean, everything. There's one for everything. So we could easily do that. It's just a matter of actually getting the funds built up and spending the funds to do that. I think that would be a cool little idea to add here, right? To throw that in here at the entrance. We would need to do some flattening of the land. There's a little bit of a valley here, kind of heading towards the water drain off here. So we would have to do a little bit of landscape work here to make this work. But I think it would be a pretty cool, neat idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. We're going to leave this episode there, gang. It was a little bit of a shorter episode. I know that. I did mention early on, I believe, that I wanted to keep these somewhat of a shorter episodes if I can, just based on all the other episodes I'm doing on the channel. I know that will make this drag on even longer by doing that, but I'm okay with it, because this is, again, as I mentioned, my home map, is now what I'm going to call it, since I'm from Ohio, and I currently live in Ohio. So I have no problem dragging this one out to a long series, longer than it probably is already going to be. It's going to be a super long series. Getting a billionaire, not going to be easy by any means. We got a lot of work to do. We got to buy some more land, and land is not cheap. What's 1,122,000 just for that big plot of land right there? It's not cheap. 192,000 across from us. These are a little bit more reasonable. We could probably hit these pretty soon, which would help. 250. This one back here we definitely can hit. I mean, but they're expensive. I mean, they're all $500,000 or more. I mean, they're very, very, very expensive. There's very few plots of land that are not $500,000. So, we got a lot of work to do is what I'm trying to get at. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my main channel as well if you haven't done so already. It's free. It takes a few seconds to do it. We're on our road to 1,000 on that channel. And I apologize ahead of time well, I guess it's not ahead of time anymore. I apologize once again for the little bit of a weird episode. Told you I'm a little loopy on drugs, so bear with me. Hope it's not. Hope this wasn't too brutal of an episode, and maybe when I go back and look at the edit here in a couple of days, hopefully I'm feeling better at that point. But anyway, I'm going off tangent again. So thanks again for watching. Truly, it means the world to me. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next episode.